Hi everybody, it's Carla. I'm on to show you a little doll that I won in an eBay auction last week. I got her at a real good price. As a matter of fact, the seller let me have her at my offer price. And I just wanted to show you how she looked. I've had her a few days and I did some work on her. This is how her listing was. And I knew there was some issues that I was going to have to correct. She's got painted eyelashes, top and bottom. And I didn't know that the artist had painted them with air dry acrylic paints, but I'm glad she did because I was able to remove that paint easily and redo it myself. So I just wanted to show you some of the things I did. I also took the paint off her lips. She had very, very little paint, if any, on her face. So I used my 100% acetone to remove this paint and it didn't mess up her face at all. So it just kind of gave me a blank slate to start with again. I did leave her eyebrows though because I thought they looked real cute and they just kind of suited her, but I did shorten them up. So I removed a little bit of paint at the end of the eyebrows. And that's my cat in the background, excuse that. But anyways, this is what she started out like. Now she had a full head of rooted honey blonde hair, and I'm very pleased with that. The seller actually said that that's why she considered her a boo-boo baby, because she wasn't pleased with the hair rooting, how it turned out. But I actually think it turned out really nicely. So I didn't change a thing about that. She's on a really nice body, didn't change that. But I did add my own painting to her and make her more the way I wanted her to be. But this was the main thing. Her eyes were too small for her eye sockets. And they were little, like oval shaped eyes. They weren't the half rounds that we're used to. And if you've watched my videos at all, you know that I go to the thrift store and if I find some pretty dolls that have pretty eyes and they're not very much, maybe $1 or $2, I'll buy them and I'll salvage the eyes to use for a later time. So I had a big pair of pretty blue eyes that I changed out into this baby. Her eyes here were kind of a brownish color, and I thought the blue would suit her better. So this is what she started as when I got her, and I want to show you what I did with her. This is how she looks now. Now her name is Dana, D-A-N-A, and I named her not after Dana off of X-Files, but although she does remind me a little bit of her, but I had a friend in elementary and junior high when I was growing up, and she had the same color hair and the same freckly kind of complexion, and her name was Dana. And so I thought this would be a perfect name for this little girl. Now here's her pretty hair, and I had to trim a little bit up because there were some long straggles kind of hanging down where it hadn't even been combed through. But, you know, overall, I think the artist did a good job, but not, you know, exactly what I wanted. But since I got her for a bargain price, I didn't mind adding some of my own stuff to her. But here's her beautiful blue eyes, and you can see that they fit her eye sockets perfectly. Yeah. Got big blue eyes, and most of the color takes up the eye right there. But I kept the eyebrows, and like I said, whenever I put the skin tone over her face, then it kind of muted down the eyebrows so they weren't so dark. They're more like just barely there brows. And she's got open nose with black something black behind it. I didn't know what it was. She did have a magnet, but it came out in the process, so if I use a passy for her, it'll be a modified passy just with some putty. But since she's a bigger baby, I don't know that I'll have her with the pacifier very much. She wears 3 months in a clothing. She is the Sweet Pea Awake kit by Laura Lee Eagles, and that's a Bountiful baby kit. And years ago I had the Sweet Pea Asleep kit. I don't have that any longer. I think I used it for mixed parts on another doll, and that was sold a long time ago. But here's her little freckly hands. I don't think the evening light is showing up very well here. This is more like the light right there, not this yellowish glow that you're seeing in some of these pictures. Now she did put some veining on her legs and on her arms, and so I kept that there, but with the skin tone over it, it made that more subtle. It's, you know, it's definitely under the skin. It's not just laying on top of the limbs like it looked like when I got her. Trying to think what else. Oh, her weighting. Yeah, she was really lightweight. Now she had a big heavy sack for weight in her torso, but she had maybe a teaspoon of weighting material in each limb. And that was it. And the rest was filled with polyfill fiber. So I actually weighted this baby down with, you know, weighting so that she feels more realistic. And then the polyfill that was in her body, it was good, so I could reuse that on her. She's wearing the little dress she's got on is from the thrift store. The little socks are from Dollar Tree. And these little shoes I picked up in the summertime somewhere. They're little plastic like Crocs. They're very cute on her. She also didn't have any Gloucester tip nails, and now she does. You can see right there. And she's got tiny little eyelashes, just some tiny little ones, not very much right there. I don't know if you can see them. It's not coming in real good, but there's just some tiny little eyelashes on her this time. And we did away with those painted ones. And her upper lids are kind of got a little pinkish to them. Just very rosy, dewy looking. She's got, besides her little freckly skin, she's got a little bit of blushing on her cheeks and chin and the tip of her nose. And I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. You can see a little bit of it. So I am very pleased with how she turned out because, like I said, she started out like that and very monochromatic in color, just very one color. And I ended up making her a very, I think her skin tone is very lively and more alive looking. We also fixed her a pretty headband. Hot glued this big pretty rosette to the top of it with a pink button in the center. And I wanted to show you too, I baked her off in my New Wave oven, even though I'm using air dry acrylic paints to do the, you know, after every layer that I painted her, and I baked her 3 times at the end after I had put my Deco Art Americana Decor Ultra Matte Varnish that I get at Hobby Lobby. This little tub, I've mentioned it a few times, but this is a new one, so I wanted to actually show you. And it's $9.99, but it had, with my 40% off coupon, it was $6 and something. And it will do 5 nice sized dolls with this. And not even diluting it. If you dilute it and you don't want any kind of texture to the skin, you can get even more use out of it that way. But I did the textured skin on her. I also wanted to show you what I gloss her little lips. Right there you can see her glossed lips and in her nose. I even, on these old eyes that are from Thrifted Dolls, they come in really dull sometimes and scratched up in that. And I actually put this on it to bring it all lively again. And it's Folk Art Artist Varnish Gloss. And it's polyurethane. And it just, when you brush it across the eyes, it just pops. Look how those look like brand new eyes. And they're just acrylic eyes out of a thrifted doll. And I think you can just save a lot of money. I'm on a fixed income, so I have to save money. But I think even just if you have money that's at your disposal, why spend it on, you know, expensive, like even from Bountiful Baby, their acrylic eyes, when you can find them at the thrift store and reuse them if you want to. Not everybody wants to do that. I understand that. And this is the Dollar General 100% acetone professional strength nail polish remover that I use whenever I have to redo a part on a doll, or I'm removing the paint, or I'm fixing up where I've made a boo-boo and I need to redo it that way. And that run $1.50 at my local Dollar General here in Alabama. So, but you can get it cheaper, smaller bottle for like 97 cents at Walmart. Some other places carry it for, well, Dollar Tree has it once in a while for $1, but they're smaller bottles. This is a bigger bottle, so it lasts me longer, and that's why I get that one usually. But I just wanted to show you my sweet baby.